Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see about CSS from the beginner's guide. So before getting into the video, if you are new to this channel, do subscribe, hit on the bell icon. So whenever I am uploading a new video, you will be notified. Follow me on my Instagram page as well. I will give you guys the link in the description. So let's get into the video of CSS. Create a new folder and open that folder in your VS Code. So here we have styling. Let's ignore this for now. Okay, let us ignore everything. So here we have HTML. Create an index.html page, and in an h1 tag just tell Sneha codes or type anything, and double click on this HTML through your folder and you will be redirected here. When I refresh, I can see Sneha codes. Now what is CSS? CSS is nothing but adding style, giving a style to an HTML structure. So let us see example for this. Now I have Sneha codes here, a text which is in h1 tag. I want this text in a red color or some other color. So for that I can tell style is equal to color. I will specify as aqua and go reload. I got that color. So specify the color, you get this color. So basically you can write this styling in three formats. One is inline styling, which is what we have written now. The next one is internal styling, where you can call the style tag and tell for which element, which element you want the styling. I'll tell here h1, and you can just mention if you are going to give the color for that, and you can just tell background color also. For that I'll just give brown. Remove this and go reload. So I have got a background color for that as well as color for the text. So this is what a CSS is doing, and here we have a style tag. Inside style tag we are giving the properties, mentioning the element name. So this is called as internal CSS. You can just cut this, paste it here. This is internal styling, which I wrote here was inline style. So here we can tell CSS, we can write in three ways. So first one is inline CSS, which we saw like adding attribute to an element is inline. So you can just tell adding style attribute to an element, internal CSS, adding style tag and specifying the element to give the style. The third is most commonly used, which is external CSS, where we'll be linking a file. So that is why I've created one style. So I'll just show you an example. Just cut this h1, paste it here. To link that, call a link tag and it is automatically linked. So here I've given style. So if you want to change the file of CSS, you can do it. You can either give custom or any name you wish. So I've given a style. So let us better. So when I reload, I'm getting the same output. So this is the third way, but in our video, in most of the example, we are going to use internal CSS. Okay. So let me remove this. I've shown you all the three ways. Okay. Now we have seen how to set the background color. We have seen how to change the color of the text, right? Writing in this way by selecting element is known as element selector. We can do it by selecting the class name and ID. So let me show an example of that as well. Let's tell this as class. Let's tell this as ID. Inside CSS, when using a class name, we'll say dot and specify the class name. So here it is class. So I'm just telling it as class. Okay. So inside class name, you can tell I want the color to be red, and you can specify some background color. I want the background color to be aqua. Same as for ID, but we follow with hash and specify the name of the ID, and then we just copy paste the same thing. Okay. Now let us go reload. You can see you have got the color exactly what you want. So this is the major way of selecting element. So most of the case they use ID and class, not the element. Okay. So next we'll move on to something called as CSS box model. So CSS box model. Okay. Let me remove the styling. Let me remove the class. Remove the p tag as well and go reload. So right click inspect, and when you inspect you can see this text is inside a box. So when it comes to styling, this is very important. So every element will be inside a box. Okay. So now you can see H1 Sneha codes is inside a box. So which means Sneha code is here. And we have not given any padding, we have not given any border or margin. So this box model consists of padding, border and margin. Let us understand what is padding, border and margin. So let's try to understand what is padding. Here inside style, I'll just specify h1 tag and give a background color as black, and I'll specify the color to be white, and let me go reload. So here you are able to see Sneha codes, but before that you are able to see there is some kind of spacing which is being provided from the left, top, right and even bottom. Because the bottom is of same color, we are not able to see. So in some case this happens. So to avoid that, you can use one tag which is known as universal tag, and you can set the margin to 0 and padding to 0. So in this case what is happening is it will again go and it will set with the full width. So I have not yet talked about margin and padding. So let us talk that in detail now. Okay, this is known as universal tag. Now, if I am specifying padding top 20 pixel, let us go reload and check what will be the output. So from the top, it just moved a little bit down. Now give padding bottom same 20 pixel. Reload, you can see from the bottom it has took the 20 pixel. And a similar way you can give for padding left and padding right. Go back, reload, you can see from the left and right it would have moved 20 pixel. So in case if you want to see more, let us give 50 and let us give 50. So you can see it just moved. Okay. Now when you go here, padding is nothing but moving the text which is there inside. So when you go here, you can see that the padding which I have specified will be here. So I have specified top 20, bottom 20, left 50 and right 50. This is the padding. You can see the padding which is being done in black color. I mean the green specifies the padding which is being done. Okay. Now I hope you understood about the padding. Let us talk about the margin. So this padding, instead of writing all four top right bottom left, you can write it in a single line like padding 20 pixel. This also works. Okay, this also works. You can just comment this code and you can reload this and you can check here for the all side you have got the padding of 20 pixel. And if you don't want this, you can just specify this way as well. 20 pixel, 20 pixel, 20 pixel, 20 pixel. The top right bottom left will be specified and you can comment this and check for that. It all works the same way, just in which way you're comfortable you can start writing. That is why I'm telling all the three ways of writing that. Uncomment this and comment the entire thing. Uncomment this. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. So reload. Now I've known the padding concept of padding, which means which moves the element, right? To understand margin, once after understanding margin, we'll come to the border. Okay. Here margin we have not given anything. So to understand margin, let us give margin top 20 pixel. So you can see when I reload, it just the entire element just moved down. Okay. So what padding does it? It will move the content. What margin does is it will move the element. When you give bottom, it will move from bottom. So same way bottom, left, and you have for right. Now you can just see the difference. So it just moved from all the four corners, right? So this is what a padding does. I mean what a margin does, and you can just go see that this is here the margin is 20 for all the sides. So similar way you can write it just by a one line of code. Margin 20 pixel. I'm just giving. So it will take for all the side it will take 20 pixel. Yeah. Now let us come. Let us see about the border. So here we don't have any margin. We have the border. We have the margin of 20 pixel and padding of 20 pixel. We have not yet given the margin. The border. So let us go add border here. Telling border color red, border width 5 pixel. Let's go reload. And I'm not able to see the border. Why? Because I have to give the border style as well. So border style solid. Now let me go reload. I'm able to see what is the style of that border. So here it has been given as this and the border has been given there. Okay. So this is the main CSS box model. So you have to understand the margin, padding, border, and the fourth one is content. So I have forgotten to mention here. So we have margin, padding, border, content. Content is nothing but the text that we are doing. Okay. So this is about CSS box model. Let us try with few examples of this. Okay. Let us now see some example of this box model. Okay. If you want, you can just remove these things and let me comment this. So for now, this is not required. And let's start with few examples. I have a div tag Imagine. So, so this is the one example we are going to create, and these are the three examples that we are going to create. So let us see with the first one. We have a div tag, and we are going to tell style the div tag, and give the background color as yellow. We have to set the height and width. So height 100 pixel, width 100 pixel. Okay. Now let us go set the border as well. So border red, border width 5 pixel, 5 pixel, border style. I'm just going to tell solid. Now let me go and reload. You can see you have got this. You can adjust the height and width accordingly, so you will get it in a rectangular format. So next is that we have a two boxes, and it has some space in between. So for this, what we are going to do is we have created two div tags. So for every div tag, this is going to be the same. So I'm taking it as common. So we have two div tag here. Just because it is of same color, it has got joined. So now I wanted to divide that. So here I can use margin 10 pixel. So it will just give me a gap, and if you increase with 20, it will just give me some more gap. So here try to understand here, when you are doing margin, it will take from all the side. So instead of that, mention here margin top. I give margin top as done. What it will do is it will bring this element also 10 pixel from the top to down, and it will here also it will bring. So instead of this, what you can do is you can mention a class for this and tell this as box, and copy this class, paste it, and margin top, cut and paste it here. So only this thing will be moved. Make sure you just give the width to 50. Now reload. You can see this top element is not moved, only the bottom one is moved. So in next example, we are going to print it with a background color, giving a text. Let us give a h1 tag and tell Sneha codes. And in paragraph tag, you can tell welcome to CSS styling. Okay. Now using style tag, you have to style the h1. Okay, you want the background as the same for both the thing. So one thing you can do is you can use the p tag, I mean div tag, and commonly use a div tag. Cut this and paste it here, and here you can tell div and set the background color as green, and then here for h1 you can test it will be, now you can see. And in this case, you can see this is too large. You can set the width of this, width 100 pixel. So text it to 200, 300 pixel. I've set the width. Okay. Now I want the uh text to have some padding. Okay, so I'll just tell padding of 20 pixel. So, So you can see it has moved accordingly. So this is how you create. You can give the margin as well. Margin, this entire thing will be moved. Let's create this example as well, which is Sneha codes, and we have some paragraph. So here let us comment this code, and you can create an h1 tag and tell Sneha codes, and below you have a paragraph tag lorem. I give 100, and then let this be inside a div tag. So I'll just cut this. It's not mandatory that it has to be inside a div tag, so I've given this to. So let us style this. So for h1 I'll set the background color as black, and I want the text color to be red, so color red, and let's give a padding 20 pixel, and let us tell text align to the center, so it will align that text to the center. So let's go reload. You can see we have got something like this, but here in this case we need the background color to be gray, so use a p tag. Let us tell the background color to be gray, and we need the border, right? So we'll set the border style solid, border color, it was dotted, I think it was dotted here, and border color was black. Now let us go. You have to set the width or else you will not be get. Set the width as well, so border 2 pixel. Let's go reload. It is of same. Let us go this for 10 pixel. Reload. You got the bigger one. So this is how you can just change here to solid or double, so it will be much better. Reload. So you got this. So we have created this image as well. That's it in this video, guys. In next video we'll see about display properties, and we'll be discussing detailed view of display properties. And I hope this video was helpful. If you have any doubt or suggestion, do let me know in the comment section. So try out with different examples, so you will get a better understanding with this. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.